Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to this live. And today we have a very interesting topic on real reasons for the divorce. So, this was actually a discussion which I had started in a private Facebook group, and a lot of you, like a lot of women there, they gave their wisdom, their input, their experience, and I really want to thank you to each one of you for your participation, for sharing your input, for sharing your wisdom. Each of your perspective is important, and from, like, it is like for you, it is when you're sharing it, you're coming from your experience, and from your experience others are learning. So I again want to thank you for your input, and I'm just going to go through the top reasons which came up as a real life reasons for divorce from this discussion. And it's going to be very interesting that to hear like different perspectives, and what are the top reasons which repeated in that discussion. So I would just go ahead and start this live and talk about this topic, where real reasons for divorce. And why we are doing this? We are doing this because we want to be aware, and once we are aware, we can take action, we can take education, we can actually do whatever you think right to do, the next your decision, like, so you can take action, you can take education, and you can make a decision. And your life, you want to make it so much better, so much elevated. And always I say, using your own potential, designing your life of your dreams, and living that life, and creating those experiences, and experiencing those experiences. That's what is in your hand, and 100% you can do it. So let's just go ahead with the real reasons for the divorce, which we got the input from many women in our society, in our group, in that particular group, I would say. Okay, so the foundation reasons I'll go through first. So one of the reason which came up in the main reasons, like, because marriage is between two people, and we will not be saying only one person is responsible for destroying the marriage or for the separation. Both the people will be responsible, because it's a process which you go through together. And I understand that no marriage separation is like pleasant, like it could be for some people, but usually it's a painful process, because when you reach to the decision of separating from each other, you both of you are going through so much of the turbulence in your relationship and in your life also, because you take so much thought to come together. First of all, you fall in love, or you decide to marry, and it's not just the marriage of two people, the families also are involved. So many people, emotions are involved, and then after marriage, it's been some time, then it's going to be your kids also involved. So there is a lot of people involved in a marriage. So a separation is a painful process for many, many people, percentage wise. I would say not for all, because there are always exceptions, and there are always examples where it is done gracefully also. But it's again your choice to do the separation gracefully, with ease, or you, even if you decide to, or you want to again make it more messy. First of all, over here, the discussion is for bringing in the awareness, the top reasons, so that you become aware. Any of this reason you align, or anybody around you, you think that you're aligning that, and then you want to take appropriate action. Okay, and the foundation reason, the first one which I was trying to tell, was like the lack of respect. So always remember, like, when in if you ask me to rate it, is like respect is the first, then the love comes, and the trust also. So there's a respect, there's trust, and there's love. So love can be there, and you can love, love, love. But if you hear from your partner, they respect you and they trust you, it is more uh, better, and like so much sweeter to hear to your ears. So lack of respect from both of you, like one of the partner, they're not respecting each other, so that is one of the reason. Another one is poor communication, like you're not talking with each other, or not keeping each other in the loop, and because of that, like so much of misunderstanding and the disasters can happen. Again, like you want to be smart. At the same time, in the marriage, this communication is very important, and especially I would highlight is communicating with your partner like how you feel, you know than just bashing. That would also help. Another one came in the top was, you will not believe, but it is one of the reason came on the top, was the in-laws interference. In-laws interference. So just imagine that, like you are two responsible adults married, and you are living this life together, and your life is going to get separated because of your any one sides, like the parents, like your in-laws, like it could be a boy side in-laws or the girl side in-laws, but see, this is completely external. And this is one of the top reason came in the foundational reasons. Another one is like the affairs, like infidelity and the broken trust. So this also came on the top, like when like you get attracted to the other person, like you're married with one person for maybe 20 years or so, and now you're in love with somebody else, and then on top of it you're not agreeing to it, you're trying to blame your partner, you're trying to make sure you're not committing, like you're not coming to your partner and saying this is what happened now. And now for you, like you want to do keep doing that, or you are like you want to continue with that, or like you want to come back. So that those are again your decisions are there, and it could be a man also and a women also, okay. But when the trust is broken, because in the very first thing I told you, like it's respect, trust and love. So if you're transparent, if you're fair, and if you really have some kind of a divine soul connection happening at certain time, but you're not transparent about it, and you're like making sure like the other person is suffering, and like like putting some false allegation and then separation, it's not fair, like that's again a bad karma, I would say. Like, but that is one of the reason, like having extramarital affair is one of the top reason which came up. Another top reason which came up, again this you will not believe, but it is emotional unavailability. So you are doing everything, but you're not emotionally present for the other partner. So there is no connection, there is no connection. And actually maybe there is like so much of gap is there. Another one came in the top reason was mental and physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse. So this is like actually very dangerous. Means if somebody is really going through it, you want to consider of divorcing in the very early stage of your marriage than like harming and hurting yourself. And again, it could be from both sides. So just again, like everything can be resolved if you have an intention to resolve it. If you really really like one thing in this person, uh, and you want to follow that, and then make your life like adjust your life around it, and you communicate that well, your marriage is going to again come back together. you know Again, in the mental and physical abuse also, I would say that it is not like going to uh, be forever till end of life. If you take a stand, you can change, twist that also. 100% you can twist that. It is again up to you. So if you have a mental and physical abuse, then divorce is not the only solution. Okay, so there it can be fixed. Again, as always I say, all the challenges can be fixed, that is there. But the for individual it is different. It's really different, case to case, your situation, your spouse situation, your financial situation, your family situation, your kids, everything. It is very very depends on your unique situation, okay. But at the same time, like I would as a personal, like as a person, I would never encourage like to have this mental and physical abuse in the relationship. It is not healthy for none of you, like, not you and not your partner, and especially not your kids also. Okay, so just remember this. This is very dangerous, actually. Another one which came up is like the ego and the compromise, like so much of ego, like who want to do this and who don't want to do this, that is there. And also the compromises. So, like, are you compromising for good, or are you compromising because you're getting suppressed? So again, you need to find out this. So these are the reasons which came up, like, the it's too much of ego going on between both of the parties, or too much of compromise going on, that also lead to the divorce. Again, like with the time, the love start fading, like the appearance start fading, and the connection start fading. So because of that also, like, even there is no abuse or there is no pressure or everything else is good, but that connection and love is lost. And because nobody has done explicit efforts to keep it, so because of that also, I would say that that also came up as a reason for the divorce. Okay. Another reason came was the midlife crisis and the midlife burnout. So midlife itself, that 40 to 55, and especially 45 to 55, it's a very crucial point in everybody's life. It's almost half of your life there, and there you can make it or break it. Okay, so you want to be very, very careful during this period, and so much understanding of your partner in this period. But this came as the reason on the top, like, why couples they consider divorce. Okay. Other reason also came, again surprising reason, is the social pressure. Okay. Social pressure is like, again, the social media, what is shown in the social media, what do you learn from the social media, and you think unrealistic things in the social media, and you want that perfection in your life. And in general, the discussions and like something, like you feel suddenly aligned and now you just want the divorce, or like, but social pressure also from the environment where you are, and the social media also. So that also, like, the cause for the one of the reason for the divorce. Okay. Another very important reason which came up was the lack of the growth. So the individual partners, like, they're not growing with each other anymore, they're stuck. And there is no, like, they need to first, like, feel fulfilled, peaceful, they need to love themselves first, because after some years, like, you need to be liking, loving self and then each other, and that way you will grow. And your relationship is always that spicy, and you have some things going on. It is not just on autopilot and same old kind of a routine kind of a life. So that also came up as a reason. Okay. Now the very practical reasons which came up in the discussion was the financial stress and the misalignment, like what each of them want from the life. And it is so much extreme that there is no, like, a midpoint to reach, and, like, keep it on. So the only option looks like, okay, we want to divorce. And the financial stress is because now everybody is earning, women also earn, men also earn. And instead of taking all this crap, and you're able to support to yourself, and you just want to quit at one point. But uh, personally, I would say that nobody wants to quit relationship, nobody. They really are reaching to that decision because of the situation, because of the people, because of this treatment, because of so many factors which are happening in their life. Otherwise, who would want to, like, you have a very precious, like, a glass you have bought, and, like, it's like maybe $1,000 glass. Do you just want to take it and throw it on the ground with your own hands, not accidentally? Who would want to do this? Like, just think about it. We can care for a glass, so can we would be caring so much more for the relationships, like, so just imagine this. Again, sad to say, but financial, uh, because of financial stress, and the financial misalignment also. Lot of the divorces they happen, but at the same time, I would say, like, if that is maybe not one of the reason for your separation, would be a good thing. That's what I would say, because that is something you can always get it back, because money comes, money go, it's a energy. And finances is something like you can always make it better. Any point from zero you can reach to wherever you want. So if that's the reason, because that can be fixed kind of a reason, no? So if that's becoming the reason, then just be careful, like, just think about it. You really want this as a reason for your separation? Really, first of all, like, you want to think, like, if you really love the person and you respect the person for a few things, and you have that one thing you always admired, and for that one thing, do you want to keep this particular marriage or not? If there is no other alternative, and all these reasons which I'm sharing with you, which other women have shared, then that's the next step, because some I feel that when I was growing up, divorce was not even a kind of a thing which I have heard. I don't remember anybody in my family. I heard like they got divorced or something. Not at all. And little bit a taboo topic also that time maybe. But now, like, the young generation also, like, they're scared to marry, because just that if they get divorced, they have to pay the alimony. That level of the discussion I have heard. Like, I've talked with so many people, I talk with my clients. So I'm just sharing something from my side. Another reason came up is like the manipulation. Like, you are getting literally manipulated. And then one fine day after 10 years, 20 years, you come to realization, oh, you were getting manipulated. So now you just want to quit it, because it was not stopped in the beginning. So it just gets to the peak where no more you want to compromise. Emotional blackmail also is something like that, like, it happens for so many years, and then it is not stopped in the first, second, third step, and then it just reaches that tip. And it doesn't reach in like just overnight, as I said, like, it's going to take some time, and then you feel like, oh my god, I'm a stupid person, maybe why I'm taking even this, why I need all this, I'm not meant for this, I'm meant for something better, or something, or someone better, maybe. Like, that kind of thought comes. Another is like the compatibility gap, because like in the beginning, like, you compromise and life goes on, but after years and years, after many times, like, you feel that there is no compatibility. And sometimes just after the marriage also, that there is no compatibility, but you want to make that as a reason for your divorce, uh, or you can work it out. Can you give a benefit of doubt and work it out? That is all up to you. And again, all these things is like, both the sides has to do it. So that also we need to remember. Okay. But at the same time, I would say that the change begins from you first. Many times I have seen with my clients, also with myself also, when I brought the change in me, the people around me, they changed. And I can tell this with 100% confidence, 200% confidence. I can say that when you change, the people around you change. The way you treat yourself, you change. The way people treat you, that changes. And literally, we can say the 180-degree shift can happen. And I completely believe, and I can say with 200% confidence. Okay. Then other reasons which came up is like, I told you before, like the emotional need, like, are neglected, like, they are not given much importance. And like, it is like, what is even that, like, what is emotional availability and all that, like, so it's like ignored so much to the level where all that connection is lost, love is lost, communication is lost. All the reasons, like many times it is like a cascade effect. So many reasons came from the women in the discussion, but when we are thinking about it, it may not be just one reason that happens and you just divorce. It is a kind of a lot of reasons they're happening, and it's like a cascade effect. like, almost like a cascade effect. Okay. Another reason came up is with like external influences, like, the listening from the friends, listening from the, like, somebody you really honor. So like, it's your life, but you are getting influenced by a external person or the gossip or something, like, which is not maybe even applicable to your case, and you get so much influence to the level you want to break a relationship which you accepted in the first place, Another very important reason came is like a silence. And it's not just a silence, it's a toxic silence. Like, like there is, again, it cascades, like, the communication is stopped, like giving up on the relationship because you're hurt so much. Like, you are hurt so much now. No more you want to hurt yourself or hurt the other person. So now there is a silence. There's that roommate situation, like just the logistic relationship between two partners, and everything is okay, social appearance is okay, but inside, like, you're two lonely people living under one roof. Okay, because there is this big long toxic silence, because now there is just you want to live, or like because there's no other option maybe, but like that sometimes again gets to the threshold. So all these things, try to understand, they're getting to a threshold, and then they are breaking, then that decision of the divorce is happening, because it's a very very important decision. So another one which is came up again and again extremely important is, like, you are not having any gratitude for the other person. So what all the things this other person, like a husband or wife, they're doing, like, they are, their efforts, their achievements, their expression, whatever they have done so far. So we are focusing just now, maybe what is happening, but what all happened in the past. Was this person exactly like this? Was what this person has given me so far in the life? So having that gratitude, like, there is no thankfulness, because that suppose that abuse has taken over, or the extramarital affair is taken over now, so everything else is forgotten, or like on the corner or something like that. But this is one of the exercise I also suggest to my clients to do, is like writing 50 things which you like in this person, the goodness, the focusing on the goodness of this other person who you hate so much actually right now. So just try the exercise, you can do that. And I would say for uh, from here, so these are the lot of reasons which came up, and again I want to thank you to each and every one of you who shared this. I would say that when I was talking about like turning around, yes, it is possible, and changing things, it is possible. Hurt, is the hurt will be there, yes, hurt will be there, but can you, like, release that hurt and try to create new memories, like, because the life is not ending, you have another 10, 20, 30, 40 years together, suppose. So do you want to create new memories, create new experiences, create a brand new relationship? Is it possible or not? Yes, it is possible. Everything is possible if you want to make it possible. That's what I would say. So, over here, so we are ending this live. I hope uh, this added some value. Again, I want to request all of you, don't take it literally. Okay, it really depends on each and everyone's unique personal situation. And if you really intend to you become aware and you want to give benefit of doubt and have this marriage work before you like want to go for the separation, then you have counselors, marriage counselors are there, therapists are there, coaches are there, books are there. And like, you will say that yes, Geeta, like, both the sides should be willing to do. I understand and I agree, but at the same time, I will give stress on you. Whosoever the person who wants this, they want to start changing first, and then they would see the things changing around them. But if you are in the energy of like you're already suppressed, given up, and done deal, then nothing is going to happen actually. But there is this one reason which you have to keep this relationship. You can follow that particular one thing and make this relationship work. And this I'm telling you, which Ashok says, like my husband says this. So this is one of the question which he also asked, and like to any young person especially who are getting into relationship, this question, if you are in our circle and you are a young person and you are in a relationship, you will get this question from one of us. So like especially Ashok, you will get this question, and he always gives this particular question or this reason for him to be still married with me. And I give the reason, yes, change, like when I change, the things around me change. So that is my reason for being in the relationship, like last 34 years of marriage, where we were also at least three times maybe going to break this marriage during this 34 years, but we did not, and we survived, I would say. And the question is like, what is that one thing when you actually selected this person to be your partner? What was that one thing which you really really liked, or that one reason you decided to marry this person? So can you bring that memory back, and can you hold on to it, and then figure out things around? So that's what he asked. So his reason for me was like, he has seen my that first image in a particular, like we have this story of like a particular dress I'm wearing and particular bag I'm having, and like it's like sounds like a very hypothetical, like a dreamy. But I also get amazed because he has been telling this same reason for last 30 plus years, 34 years now, and I can't believe it that one thing is so impactful. But it is, for him it is important. It is impactful. So we never know, but this is one of the question like which you can have something to hold on or follow. So that just my personal experience I shared here. But now it's time to take uh, leave from this life. Again, thank you so much for everybody who gave this input on the group. And your opinion matters, and I value and appreciate each and every one of your opinion. So with that, bye bye, take care, and we'll see you in another life. Bye bye.